The Ace Mac.
Welcome back to another episode of the Chambers Effect. I am your host, Darius DC Chambers, also the host of With the Shit, but today this ain't that. Today, I have special guests on another episode of the Chambers Effect. So, I have Miss Leah Brown. Okay, that way. And then below, you see Celeste and Lamar. They are defining excellence. Please introduce yourselves so people can know who you are.
I am Celeste Brown, the owner of Defining Enterprises, and this is my team that's here with me today. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lamar Lester.
Hello, everyone. I'm Leah Brown.
Oh, you guys feel, I know you, so for everybody's watching this, they felt this is their first time doing this, so I'm trying to make them feel at home. So when you guys are watching this, know that, because I want you guys to know this, that they're professionals. So they're really trying to be professional about this, but I want them to get loose. So I'm going to ask a question. If you guys won $2 million today, what would you guys do with it?
$10 million?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this for personal or this for business?
Whatever you want.
I would probably split it between the two. Personally, like I want to travel the world and see a million places, just see all over the world. Professionally, it's like the seed money to have no limitations or the way to be able to grow the business.
I like that.
What about you?
Wow. I talk about that all the time, but now that the question's really asked, I really don't know, man. Maybe, travel, help family, continue to grow the business as much as we can. Be in a bunch of more locations and everything like that, and just, hey, enjoy life.
That's the key. Yeah.
Me, personally, buy a few houses, travel. For the business, buy more machines. We'll get into that later, and grow from there.
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm running away. I'm going far away. I'm going to take my family with me. And then I'm moving somewhere like Acapulco, wherever that's at. Because I failed geometry, so I don't know, have no clue where Acapulco's at, but I'll go there just because it sounds exotic. Yeah, it sounds, the word Acapulco, you can't be mad and say the word Acapulco. I don't know how you can say that with a mean mug, but that's just me. If you guys could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, that's hard for me because I don't really have a favorite food. Like people say, they don't understand. Like I don't really have a favorite food, color, anything. So I wouldn't have a specific meal. Just give me something that I like versus something that I don't like.
Give me seafood, lobster, shrimp, king crab legs, and I'm happy. Yeah. I'm happy.
Me, I don't have a favorite food either. I could probably live off of smoothies though for the rest of my life. So maybe smoothies.
This is one of my favorite questions. What is the insult you received that you're most proud of?
What's the question again?
What is the insult you received that you're most proud of?
The insult?
Yes.
That you received.
That's a weird question.
That you're most proud of. I guess when people say, like, you started your little business.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say that. Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the best ones there.
I'm not gonna lie, that would be the one I would think would be the most for business owners. I hear that a lot about podcasts. I'm like, oh, you still doing your little show? I'm like, oh, Okay, my little show. All right, this ain't what you asking to be on nowadays, but whatever.
Right.
I want you guys to each take one, and the most influential person in your life and why.
Ooh. Does anybody have an idea? Who wants to start first?
I think for me, everybody answer would be like your mom or dad, but outside of my mom, I would say it was be by the guy named Jerry Rowland. That was the head of Ed Davis Community Center. He's no longer with us. He passed a few years ago, but he taught me a lot of life lessons as far as just how to be a young man, how to be a grown man, how to interact with people, how to work with kids, and he the one got me in coaching and everything like that. So I definitely learned a lot from him over the years.
I would probably say most influential would probably be my dad, just because he was, an active dad and in the household. So he was real adamant about, us getting our education and going to school and the importance of that. And then just the importance of not necessarily always thinking about working for someone, and giving me and seeing him have a small business, knowing that it was possible to step out and establish my own small business. So I would probably say my dad.
Yeah, I was gonna probably say my parents, and I don't know if you didn't introduce us as sisters, but we are sisters.
Oh, sorry. You know what? You know what else I didn't do? I'm slacking. I forgot. Supposed to been do that, but my fault. I'm slacking on mine. But yes, they are sisters. I don't know if people can get that correlation in last name the same, but I ain't had my coffee this afternoon, so I apologize for not giving y'all the clap or identifying y'all as sisters.
No problem. Yeah, I just wanted to say, since we have the same parents, probably my parents, and also my sister, just for her starting this business, was really inspirational and influential to me to even jump on it. So
now I'm gonna get into a little industrial questions, and then we're gonna get into the business, because I think these are gonna lend into each other. First, actually, let's talk about the business. How, and I know the answer, so I don't want you to answer like I know the answer. But how did this come about for you guys?
It's kind of funny. Well, because there's a multi parts to the business. So defining enterprises all started probably back in 2020. I started as a sole proprietorship in 2020. And it started, Lamar and I was actually in a fast food restaurant parking lot. And I was like, these parking lots are really trashy. Like, there's an opportunity to start a business here as a parking lot cleanup service. So we kind of had talked about it and kicked around that idea a little bit. And then Lamar knows a lot of people. So he knows people who owns businesses. And so he said, well, let me introduce you to such and such and see if they would be interested. So we started defining lots, which is just the commercial parking lot cleanup service.
Oh.
So that is a piece of the business. And then Lamar and I again were traveling, and we were in Vegas, and I saw the Kylie Jenner cosmetics vending machine and thought to myself, oh, wouldn't it be nice if we had something like that here? We don't have our own cosmetics company or brand or anything like that, but it'd be nice if we had brought something like that to Northeast Ohio, because there isn't anything like it around. And then, so we kind of thought about that idea, had talked to Leah about that idea, and we started to approach, my initial idea was to approach like some of the local malls in the area, and they weren't really interested in the idea. And then I reached out to the Akron Canton Airport, and then the ball got rolling from there.
Now, I don't know how many malls we have left here, especially in Akron, because I think Chapel Hill is dead. Rolling Acres is dead. So what you got just left? Summit Mall.
I approached Summit Mall, Beechwood, Belder Village. We had talked with for the vending idea. We talked to those malls, and then on the parking lot cleanup sign, we were working with the company who manages the Dave's parking lot down there in East Akron. So that was kind of our avenues of reaching out to some of the local businesses in the area about either business.
So I've seen the vending machines, and I'm not even calling it a vending machine. This is like a luxurious retail box. It's like all inclusive. You guys have a lot of things that go into it. Not only that, the advertising side of it. So you guys are able to do a lot with these machines. I want to get into the story as far as the program that you guys did to get in with Akron Canton Airport.
Interesting enough, this is one of those times where I say follow your gut instinct, because I had received a email from Akron Canton Airport just about like flight specials. And when you read to the end of the email, it says, for more information, contact me. And it was from the CEO of the airport. So on a whim, I had this idea as far as having the vending machines. I sent him a email saying, hey, I would like to see if Akron Canton would be interested in having like a beauty vending machine in the airport, and really not expecting to get a reply. The next day I got an email back. To my surprise, I got an email back. So that's how it really got started.
So in other words, people, if you're on, I'm notorious for not reading the email, at least all the way through. So I guarantee I will now. I wanted this concept to me when I heard about it was something different. Because like I said, it's not just like like the word vending machine to me is like, bag of chips, you see those. You guys have something that's unique, something
Right.
that's different, something that is, I would say, cutting edge, especially around here, because like I say, when you go through an airport, and you guys have two located in Akron Canton Airport. When you go through there, and I was at the event you guys had, and like even people who were getting off like airplanes was like, I've never seen this before. I spoke to a few people who walked by, and I was like, that is something different. If I had more time, because Akron Canton Airport is so elongated, you have so far to go before you get to your air. But you guys have something different, and I think everybody needs to at least see it and experience it firsthand, like close up. Where did that idea come from?
Like I said, it kind of started from me seeing that Kylie Jenner cosmetics machine when we were in Vegas and thinking that there's not anything like that here. And then when I started doing some research, I realized, and we call them defining essentials automated retail machines and not vending for that reason, because they are different. And I started doing research and found that the automated retail industry is growing like crazy. These types of machines are popping up everywhere. And like I said, it was just an opportunity, knowing that there wasn't anything like that in this area, to try and see if it would be a good fit in this area. And luckily, the airport was on board, and we secured our first major location at the airport.
Where I know you guys are still in kind of the infancy stage. How did the pandemic kind of affect what you guys were trying to do, if at all?
Do you think that it had an effect on us, either you or Leah?
I don't think it had an effect on us. The airline industry was struggling during the pandemic, of course, and we're still coming out of that a little bit. But in terms of us getting started, it didn't affect us.
Yeah, I would just say it really, like Leah just said, it really didn't affect us because we were just in the beginning stages and trying to see if anybody would accept us even coming into their place or facility, I would say. But I'm glad that it's over and it won't affect us now. But I think the it's just the beginning stage is like somebody to willing to give you a chance to see if everything will pan out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah.
And I would say that the pandemic almost helped us to be able to ease our way into it and not go at it like, I guess, full throttle. We had time to make some changes and some adjustments and not feel as pressured to have everything perfect to start off had the airline industry been at full speed.
I'm glad you guys said that because one of the things I realized about the whatever we're calling it now, the outskirts of the pandemic, is that a lot of people took that time to self-actuate and then grow because some people looked at it as a hindrance, whereas people like you guys seen it as an opportunity. Okay, we have an idea. Now we have nothing but time because nobody's doing nothing really. There's a lot of people just sitting back, relaxing, or just trying to make sense of everything. You guys found a way to not only grow that idea, but have the time to see it and not rush it, which I think is amazing because too often we get into that rut where we're not thinking about it. Business mentors. Who would that be for you guys?
For me personally, it's Billy Ray Taylor. He was an executive who, a couple years ago, he was one of the top executives at Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company here in Akron. His wife and I are friends, and after he retired, he started his own business, Linked XL, and so he's been a great mentor for me in the business and how to grow it and that sort of thing.
Anybody else?
No. I would say Mr. Taylor as well. He has a lot of knowledge, wisdom. He knows his in and outs. He's a good person to learn from, definitely.
I second that.
Best piece of business advice you guys got?
The best piece of business advice I got, one of the pieces of business advice that I got from Mr. Taylor was start a new business. Your friends would come to you and they're looking for a deal. He said, you don't do deals. He said, you don't do hookups. You can do a deal. So that was the best piece of business advice. We can work together, but don't look to me to kind of give you a discount just because I'm in business. Find a way to make it a deal versus a discount or a hookup.
I like that. Worst piece of business advice you guys heard?
Worst piece of business advice. I think lots of times people have good intentions and then they want to give you all these ideas and suggestions. And they're like, well, maybe you should put a machine in the Acme or, just things like that. Or you're like, maybe not.
No, don't think that's going to work.
Right.
I hate advice. And the only reason I asked about the worst because I've heard them all during my 2 years of doing this. And to me, it's like some of these ideas, I'd be like, well, if you didn't try that, I know I'm not trying it.
Right.
Because it's like you're not going to give me your hand-me-down advice that didn't work for you. It's not going to work for me. But in the spirit of you trying to help, that's what you come up with. So I'm not really with it. Best time of day you guys feel productive?
For me, I think I get the most done first thing in the morning. I think my mind is fresh and clear, and any ideas that I've had from night or dreams or whatever, they're fresh and for me in the morning.
Yeah, I'll go along with that also. Morning time. Well, maybe a little after morning, maybe closer to noon, like, you know what I mean? So that's when I get my thoughts together and, you know, a little food in me or something to drink or something. I'm ready to go then.
For me, probably the afternoon. Yeah, afternoon.
What is one thing that happened that you guys didn't expect to happen starting out?
I would say just the whole partnership with the airport. Like that was a complete surprise and blessing. Like I would not have imagined um, where being able to start an airport, because to be able to get into an airport has been a big deal. And people are like asking me, well, how did you get in the airport? Because it's really hard technically to get into an airport environment in the first place. So I think that's been the biggest surprise. And then also moving forward, like the contacts that I've made since I've been at the airport and the possibilities for the future.
For me, I would just say, you know, to be honest, when we first talked about this and everything, it was just an idea. And Celeste was real adamant about it. And I was seeing her write things down. And I was like, yeah, okay, you know, I was on board, but the reality didn't hit me until the day that machines actually were put in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Him off that truck, and we took that dolly off, and we took that first machine, and we opened up and looked at it, and I was like, "Oh, it's real now! Like, it's real." You know what I mean? So that was a huge surprise, and hey, now the sky's the limit, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I'd say the same thing when we first got the machines, because it took 2 weeks to get here on a truck, for them to get here on a truck. And, you know, when they're not here yet, anything could go wrong. So when we finally got them, it's just like, okay, it's real. And like, honestly, when she talked about the parking lot cleanup, I wasn't really too enthused about that idea. Like, I was like, oh, okay, that's a good idea. Okay, I'm good on that. But and then the idea of the machines came, and then when they actually came in the whole airport, then that's when it was like really like, this is something bigger than I thought.
I want you guys to do me a favor, because I like opening new things. I want you guys to describe that moment when you guys open those and seen those machines for the first time. Take us back to that moment.
It was exciting because, like Leah said, they were trucked in from California, so the anticipation of them coming was anxiety in itself. So the moment when they actually arrived and coordinating the getting them in the airport and that sort of thing, and then you get them here and they have to be uncrated, and then like I've never uncrated a vending machine before or automated retail machine before, so I got this strong guy to be a part to help with all of that logistical moving parts and pieces of that. But when we got them here and they're taking them off the truck and bringing them down the lift and that sort of thing, like I said, that was almost a surreal moment. Like, wow, they're really here and that sort of thing. It was like Christmas, it's like, wow, this is like a big surprise, not a surprise Christmas gift, because you're anticipating them coming and that sort of thing. But the surprise was like, this is it. They're really here. We're really about to open this crate and see the machines are here and go for real. It was the go moment for real.
Yeah, because we designed them and we worked with the company to design them, but we didn't see them in person, of course, just pictures. So to see it in person is amazing.
I can attest to that. That I can. Because I imagine when people open big crates, it's like you see in the movies where like the top drops and then it's like a cloud of smoke and it's just like rare. Everybody's looking inside to see like, what's going on. But I that to me, that's a great feeling. What does let's hello?
Sorry.
No, you what does the next let's go 5 years. What does the next 5 years look like as a whole?
As a whole, there's like I have so many ideas and where the business can go from here. We have opportunity to really grow the business by going into other airports. So um, my thought is these defining essentials automated retail machines should be in all airports, if you ask me. But
Oh,
you
I
know,
can't
I
argue with
like to
that.
think big. So they could be in all airports, but because they're defining essentials machines, they're not just fit for airports. They're fitted for the airport environment right now, but they're essential machines. So I can see them on college campuses with products that students would need when they're away from home. I can see them in like high-end hotels and resorts. I can see them just a lot of other places where you're on the go, but you forgot something that you needed, or not even forgot something that you needed, something like if you're at a resort or something that you want, and it's readily
Even
available.
souvenirs.
Yeah, souvenirs or that sort of thing. So these are essential machines. And I say when you talk about like the other, what would be our competition, there's Kylie Jenner Cosmetics, but she's a cosmetics brand, so all she sells is cosmetics. Or you'll see a Legos machine. There's a Legos machine in Cleveland Hopkins, but they said Legos. There's nothing like our machine where you can really put any items, essential items that will fit the location. So I think that makes our machines unique. And with that digital advertising space makes our machines unique because then no matter what location these machines are in, they're in the airport or in a resort or in a university, it's great advertising space.
I didn't know if anybody was gonna go before I ask my next question.
No, I just agree with everything that she said. Like, 5 years now, man, it seemed like it's a long way away, but it's definitely not. And things can happen real fast. You know what I mean? And like I say that now because it's picking up. Like we're getting phone calls every day from different people that want to talk about things they may be interested in the machines coming to their facility. And like I come home from work and she just say, "Hey, I got a call from such and such, or I got a call from such and such today." And I'm like, wow, this is really, you know what I mean? And like Mr. Taylor always said, be prepared and be ready because today it could be this, but tomorrow it could be something super huge. So I just keep that in the back of my mind at all times, you know.
Oh, I do have something I wanted to add about like the future because when you think about the future, like with my big ideas, there aren't machines readily available in the area. So I would like to potentially become a distribution piece to be, you come get your machines from me to start your own automated retail business. So that's kind of I guess a focus of where I can see the business going in the next 5 years, being well, we'll be a distributor of machines to other companies who want to start. And then also as we're starting and as we're thinking about expanding to airports and hotels and universities, that sort of thing, like we will probably be looking to have investors. So that's the other thing. People have reached out to me like, because this is a new idea, it's new to the area, how can we invest in your company? So I would say be on the lookout because we'll have investment opportunities available for people to invest and help our company grow.
Two things. One, that's dope. Two, I don't never feel like anybody should think small. I think we have too many people that do that. You guys have the opportunity to, and I want to ask this question: can they be easily retrofitted for like different locations? So like, what's in it at one location might be different than the next.
Absolutely. So that's the thing. That's what I'm saying about them being essential machines. They can be fitted for whatever the location may be. So if it is a hotel and we just need items for the hotel, if it's HBCUs, we need some hair care products for our people. It could be fitted for that. Like I said, the airport is fitted for airport travel size accessories and that sort of thing. So that's what really makes us unique and different and that sort of thing.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. I said this before, But like this, the concept to me was so, and I keep using the word unique because it is. Um, I've seen a lot of things in my lifetime. I haven't seen something that has the the versatility to kind of be a all inclusive thing, but also stands out. You know, it's nothing like it around. There's no, like, you guys literally have a market to yourselves right now. Like you said, there's Kylie Jenner, but all she's sharing is eyelashes and makeup. You know, and Legos are selling Legos. You guys are selling so many different things and have the opportunity and ability to make it unique to every location. So I think that's why, to me, it was like so different, and I wanted to be able to talk to you guys about that and share it with the people, because like I'm like, if you haven't seen this, it's mind blowing. Like, and I know I don't want you guys to give too many secrets because you guys have an opportunity to be one of one. So I don't want to put too much out there because then people trying to jack y'all style, and then you see some ghetto ass vending machine out here. You know what I mean? So we know how people steal. So that's my next question. Do you guys feel like there's people who's kind of trying to get in your lane a little bit?
Go ahead, Leah. I'll let you answer first.
I don't. There's a few competitors out there. Not in the area per se. Do you want to? I don't. Do you want to talk about?
I'll speak to it. So there are some similar. I won't say necessary competitors because, like you said, we're kind of unique in our space where we can put anything in machines. There's a machine who is based in California. She caters to African American women hair products. And so I have been following her on social media just as my inspiration as our company was getting started. And it's funny, you know, you say people are watching, but you don't know who's really watching. Mm-hmm. So she was following me and I was following her. And it got to the point where she had reached out to say,
back up first. We were reaching out to her to buy her ebook to know how to do a beauty vending machine. We bought her book. Took a while to get here, but we got her book, and we were looking at her as inspiration. Fast forward.
Yeah, we were following her. I bought her ebook just to see if there's anything other than what I had already researched on my own, and it really wasn't. But I just been following, you know, trying to get an idea because I'm not the first one in this space per se, but I am like in this area. So I guess I didn't realize she had been following me, I guess, as much as I was following her. So she had DM'd me like, can we talk about how you got into the airport environment? And I was like, wow, like I'm looking at you to be my kind of coach and motivator. And here you are reaching out to me to get advice on how to get into an airport environment. So I thought that was interesting. And the funny thing is, you never know how, what people are really thinking and really feeling towards you. Because I didn't reply, you know, this is one of the things I'm still kind of really new to this. So I didn't reply to her initially because I wanted to reach out to my mentor and to say, how do I handle this and this kind of scenario before I reply. And before I had a chance to do that, and I went to reply to her, you know, she had blocked me.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, does she think that I don't know. I'm like, I'm thinking, does she think I'm just like competition? Or I don't know. So I thought that was really interesting. We're in the same space, but we're not in the same space.
Yeah. So here's some free things I've learned. Podcasting is a little different than what you guys do, but it's kind of similar. I always tell people you never know who's watching because somebody might be learning from your story or trying to steal from your story. You never know. But there's so many people who try to do and are going to try to do what you guys are doing, but they can't do it like you guys. That's one. Two, I've learned that the people who I think hate me don't, and the people who I think like me hate me. So
you see that.
So, you know, it's just that weird. It's a weird thing in business that 90% of people say they want to do something, only 10% do it.
True.
And then you have that 5% like you guys who find something that nobody else can do. So now you're at an even. So now she's looking at you like, oh, she looked at my message, but didn't answer. Forget this. Now I got to go at it. And it's just like people are too easily rattled when they don't have an answer. And then when they think somebody is not answering them, they feel slighted. I can attest to that because I've had that issue myself. I've only been doing this 2 years, and I have people who's been doing it longer coming to me. So it's like, dog, ain't you supposed to be the guy who's, never mind. That's a different story for another time, but it's just, you're going to get that a lot because you guys are going to, and I'm speaking into existence, you guys are going to go nowhere but up. So funny as it seems that people are going to come to you, it's only natural that when you have somebody doing something that you want to do and they're doing it better, you have to reach out. Weird as it may seem, because you guys are still, new at this, and she's probably been doing it for a few more years, if not a year more. But hers ain't doing what y'all's is doing. You know what I mean? You guys are in a position that she wants to be in, but she don't know how to get there. You're already there. So she's gonna, and you're gonna have that locally. There's gonna be some people who, I mean, it's a competition, but it's not, because I always believe that even though we're, you guys are, she's in California. So it's not really a competition. You guys in Ohio, she's in California. So her being upset because you didn't answer her right away is weird, but it's gonna happen. You can take it to sports. When I play sports, podcasting, what you guys are doing, it's always a competition because people don't know how to work together. I mean, like, it's weird to me that people want to compete when there's so much money. I mean, cosmetics is, what you guys do, not even just the cosmetic, just the opportunity you guys have, I'm pretty sure is in 2 years is going to be worth $1 billion, and then it's going to be by 5 years, a $20 billion industry. That's a lot of money, and not one person is going to get $22 billion off the rip, but people see that number and they like, I got to get mine, and I'll damn to everybody else. And I just be like, that's weird to me, because it's not really, I'm not competing with nobody. I'm doing my own thing. I'm growing my own way. I'm happy to help give you information if I can, but I don't know, people are weird. So you guys are going to get that. You guys are going to get and the more you guys succeed, it's going to get weirder.
It's just going to get weird.
We have weird mug like dude eating that banana and belly. It's just going to be like weird stares at y'all, because y'all doing something that, and I'm going to tell you this, being black doing it is another reason why people are going to look at y'all differently.
Right.
We're not supposed to succeed fast. We're supposed to be able to do the marathon. So when we come out the gates and hit them with something that they ain't thought of, they don't like that. You know what I mean? So I would look at it as like, you know what? It is what it is. Her loss, because I'm pretty sure you was going to give her, information, but she was too impatient. And that's the thing about it. You can't be impatient with somebody else's time. You guys are busy, so I appreciate y'all for coming on, because I know y'all got moves to make. You know what I mean? I see y'all. So I don't want you to answer this, but I kind of want you to blink twice if it's kind of going to happen. The Hall of Fame. I want you guys to have a machine in the Hall of Fame, because I live in Canton. Blink twice if y'all working on that. Okay, I see a lot of blinks. I see a lot of blinks. Say less. Say less. Say less. I live in Canton. I moved from Akron down in Canton. The Hall of Fame right now is expanding, and it's going to be an epicenter down here. I want you guys to be a part of that, because they got hotels, resorts, a water park, a lot of restaurants and stuff there. I don't want to say took people's home, because allegedly I can't say that, but they bought up a lot of land around the Hall of Fame. So for a decent price. So I say that to say this. I want you guys to be in there because I want to see you guys win. 1, 2, I think it would be a great opportunity. So without verifying it, I'm rooting for that deal to come through. Can't wait for that one. Personally, where are you guys at? whirlwind, a lot of things going on. Just how you guys feeling?
It is a
Good.
whirlwind, I tell you that. Like we started really in 2020, but that was a slow start. 2021, we had our initial conversations with the airport. End of 2021, we had our initial conversations with the airport, and by February, we was there and fully operational. And then just as fast as that happened, there's still things like in the works to be, accelerating us forward. Accelerating us forward at that same speed, so it has been a whirlwind. With things like anything else, it comes with bumps in the road and some setbacks and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just try to always stay positive and focus on the good and keep moving forward.
Mhm.
Have you guys had a chance to let it now? Has it sunk in yet? Like this is you guys are in there. And
I didn't mean to stop you, but for me, I think it's really sinking in now because Celeste is big on getting the name out there, getting the brand out there, social media, Instagram, Facebook. So as she said, I know a few people around the city and other places, but it's like everywhere I go and I know somebody or something, they say, "Hey, I see you doing this," or "You and Celeste and Leah doing this, this, and this." So it is catching on. People are paying attention. Even the people that don't acknowledge it, they're paying attention more than everybody else. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want to say haters, but
we can call them that,
the haters and naysayers. And then there's some people that are genuinely happy for you also. So
yes,
it finally, it did sink in. It definitely sunk in.
I mean, we can call them haters because we know there's people secretly wishing that you guys don't succeed or, hoping that it don't work out. I mean, I'm gonna acknowledge it for you guys because I know, especially especially in Akron, Ohio. I'm sorry, I've lived there for most of my life, but yeah, I mean, I had to get away from it because it was so many people who didn't want to win, didn't want to, do nothing, didn't want to see past their front porch. And it's like, sooner or later, you have to have a different mindset. There's more to life than just partying and, doing the same old, the routine. So I'm going to say it. Not everybody, there's a small percentage, but there's some people who will never be happy for anybody winning. That's just how they are. There will never be people who are happy for you personally because they know you and you're doing something that they either can't do or ain't trying to do, but they don't want you to do it neither because misery loves company. Let's just, I faced it. Everybody faced it. We face it. Like, it's just one of those things where people who, you kicked it with and hung out and known your whole life. And it's like, well, dog, I'm going into business. I got this idea. What you trying to do? Oh, it ain't gonna work. I ain't trying to do that. And let's do the same thing we used to do. And it's like, nah, I can't do that. So now I got to surround myself with people who are trying to do that. And once they start seeing you like, oh, damn, he was serious. They were serious about doing this, and now they doing this. Like, but it ain't gonna work. I hope it don't work. Please, God, don't let it work. Because now I've been a part of that, and now I ain't a part of it. It's too late to swallow my pride and be like, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Can I help you? Because people don't do that. It just don't work that way. Yeah. So yeah, there's always haters. And it's sad because Akron is so small. Ohio ain't that big either. So let's not act like it's California, Chicago, Miami, or none of that. So we should all be trying to. I make it a point to try to share as much as I can from people who are doing positive stuff and support it. I don't mind putting my name on it because. And Celeste, you have to stop thanking me for sharing stuff.
Yes,
you just gotta get used to it. This is what I do.
This
is what I do. When I see you guys share something, and I'm going to reshare it because I believe I've built sort of a platform here. My numbers are growing. Not to toot my own horn, but I want to use that to uplift and support people who are doing what you guys are doing. Because not only, like you said, want to be a distribution, but you have little black girls and brown girls that are gonna look up to you guys, you know, and see like, oh, Celeste and Leah, they're from Akron. Look what they're doing. I can do something. I can be more than just Akron. Lamar, the same thing, you know. I've had a kid come to me and was like, hey, I see what you're doing. I want to learn how to do that. And I was like, kid, don't do what I do. Please don't do what I do. Just do it differently. I took the long road to get here. But it's different when you start having people looking up to you because it's a weird feeling. So stop thanking me when I share stuff because I'm just going to do it. I'm just... because like I said, like it's easy to share. People don't realize support is not always money. It's time, it's effort. It's being there, you know, when that person's having a bad day and just like, we got this, you know what I'm saying? We can do this. I believe in y'all. You know, it's the small stuff that people don't realize entrepreneurs deal with. Because not only you might be working a 9 to 5, but you're also trying to make your own dreams happen. So you bumping heads with the corporate world and your world. So, I mean, it's not easy. So, but believe me, I believe in y'all. You know, and I mean that genuinely because, like I said, I think me and Lee have been friends on Facebook for like 10 years and we've never spoken more now than, you know what I mean? But there's always a reason why people are still around, you know. It's not by accident, you know. It's just about timing. We're all in the same space. Well, not me, because you guys are doing more than what I'm doing, but I'm in a space to where I can help you guys by showing my support, by putting it on pages that I have that people can see it. You know, and it's a small thing, but I believe it starts with that. You know what I mean? Support. Like you said, man, Lamar, just like people not like you don't know who's looking at you until they're looking at you. And then those people are watching. Some for the right reason, some for the wrong, but y'all just keep doing y'all. I mean, y'all, like I said, y'all in the Hall of Fame soon, so don't worry about it. Speak that into existence. Y'all ain't got to say nothing because I know y'all. That's the thing I had to learn about this thing is there's etiquette to it. You know, I'm one of them people. If something good happened, I want to share it to the world. But then I'd be like, damn, I just signed a contract or something. There's an NDAs and I can't talk about nothing for at least 3 months. So I don't want to get nobody in trouble. So that's why I say blink twice, you know, but don't say too much. Because I don't want to mess that up for y'all. Because I feel like y'all, I keep coming back to work with me because it is. I don't think people realize you guys have a market cornered. And it ain't just one thing you guys can do. So that's what makes this market so damn unique. You know what I mean? Because you guys can put anything you want in there at any time and switch it up. So it's never the same product. You know, you go to Toys R Us, you just getting toys all day.
Right.
You go to Walmart, you get a bunch of bad products. Yeah, I said at Walmart, I still can't stand y'all, but don't go to Walmart. But that's just my own personal thing. Me and Walmart got a long-standing hate relationship. But you guys have the ability to be a chameleon. You know,